Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by, y'all. I've gotten myself into a pickle. So my scale died. Well, my scale didn't die. The battery in my scale died. Like, it's even sillier than my scale dying. The battery in my scale died. And instead of just changing the battery and going on with life and, actually weighing myself like a responsible human, I just ignored it and kept ignoring it and kept acting like, well, my scale's dead, so I can't weigh myself, so can't be no consequences for any of my behaviors. So y'all, I've been having behaviors. And now, so I changed the batteries in my scale today, but I think I'm going to actually get myself back on track a little bit before I actually weigh in again. So here's my thought. I think that today, let's do this. I need to do some running about. First thing I need to do is, so of course I do food and fitness over here, and on my other channel I do books, like talk books and Kindles and Kobos and book things. Well, for that channel I am working on a video on reading free books. And y'all know those little, I always call them, I have 17 different names for them in my head and none of them are right. Little free libraries, the little things you see on the side of the road, looks like a little house in somebody's yard. Well, that's full of free books. And you go there and you take a book and you leave a book. Well, I carry books in my car all the time to drop off in those things, but generally I don't take books from them. Well, for this video, I've been looking for books that I'll actually read to take from the little free libraries when I drop off books there. So there's a little free library up the street this way. I need to go to an appointment anyway. And there's a little free library right by my appointment. So I'm going to go by there, drop off these books. See, oh, it's cold in here. See, must have been hot. It's cooler today. Must have been hot yesterday because I'm freezing myself. But I'm going to see what they got at the little free library. See if I can do this without bringing y'all into my lap. And then I'm going to run and pick up some stuff, because I need snacks. Y'all know that is I have 7 ultimate downfalls, but snacks are most definitely one of my ultimate downfalls. So I need to get back on the snacking, positive, good snacking wagon. So I'm gonna drop off these books, I'm gonna go to my appointment, I'm gonna go pick up stuff, and then go back to the house, and I'm gonna do that. That's one of my things. And I've been complaining, and there's a little free library right there. That's the other one. I'm going to stop at that one on the way back. I was thinking on my way out, aren't there 2? There are 2. That's number 2, which is really number 1 on the way. But anyway, Lord, Danielle, what are you talking about? I've been talking about how I'm always complaining about my hamstrings hurting, being tight. Well, my left hamstring has really been giving me fit. Not fits like it was before, but it's been okay, you need to remember that you got yourself all up into trouble by ignoring me and you need to do something. And y'all know my arch nemesis, Longhorn David, over on Peloton. Well, he hasn't been on all month. So I know. I don't know, maybe he got a life. I don't know what's happening with him. But anyway, I'm 500 miles ahead of him right now. So I'm thinking that's Jesus' way of telling me to calm the F down with my riding and do other things, which my physical therapist kind of suggested that maybe I needed to do less spin biking and more other things, not spin for 30 miles a day, maybe do half that, maybe do 15 miles, which is still insane, and then do other things. So I'm going to work on that, but I'm still working towards my annual goal of 4,000 minutes on the Peloton platform, which I am well on my way to hitting that. But I need to stay on goal. So y'all know I have got to have a goal, or I'll just sit around the house and eat bonbons and pet dogs and read books. So what am I even talking about? I'm going to try to be more moderate, do less spinning and more other things. So I think I said last week or week before I'm going to do more yoga. I'm actually going to do more yoga. I'm going to do Peloton has all those challenges every month. Well, I'm going to do the yoga one this month, probably along with the strength one and of course the riding one. Don't be silly. We're not completely losing our minds. But so I'm going to drop off these books. What am I even talking about? I'm going to drop off these books, leaves are already starting to turn. Y'all, I'm going to show y'all some leaves that are already starting to turn. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm driving the car, but I know it is July 31st and leaves are already starting to turn. This is my 15th going into winter here. Leaves start to turn this time every year, and every year I'm like, how are the leaves already starting to turn? Oh, I know. It should not still be a surprise. It's still a surprise to me. So I'm going to drop off these books. I'm going to go to my appointment. I'm going to go pick up some stuff so that we can make some snacks. We are going to talk about, I know we are like, I'm not being as vigilant about like points and bites and stuff, but I need to get myself back in check. And y'all, that is the easiest way for me to check myself, is to like count what I'm eating. So let's do let's do snacks under 3, like 3 points or under. I know y'all are like, you say 3 points because that's your Built Bars. 100%. You do you and I'm gonna do me. So let's talk about our favorite snacks that are 3 points. And most of mine are going to be well under 3 points. I mean, there's not much space under 3 points, but most of my snacks are gonna get in up under that 3 point marker. But 3 points is gonna be my top because that's gonna be my Built Bars. So snacks under 3 points or under. So I'm going to drop off these books. I'm going to go to my appointment. I'm going to go home. I'm going to do something. I'm going to do either like a core workout, yoga. I'm going to lift some weights, do something. And then we'll talk about snacks and we'll probably make something. So let me do this, let me do that, and I'll see y'all back at the house.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. Dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, a life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero?
Oh, y'all, did I tell y'all, I don't remember if I told y'all or not, that the wildfires, so there are wildfires in Canada, and the smoke is very, very heavy around here. I don't know if I showed y'all while we were out or not, but it's like a totally clear, like cloudless sky today, and it looks like it's completely overcast because of the smoke. And it's starting to get to me. Like usually it doesn't bother me at all, but I have a sore throat now and I'm starting to get a headache. So let's go ahead. I was gonna like go take a shower and do a bunch of stuff before we talked about our snacks, but let's go ahead and talk about our snacks because I don't think this is gonna get any better. And now I'm worried that, I'm not worried, but like my throat is getting scratchy. And I'm slightly concerned about what my voice is going to do with this smoke thing. Because like I said, this usually doesn't bother me. So, and here's the advantage to this is, like I said, I'm going to try to go ahead and get this done. So this might actually, I was going to say this is going to keep me on task. This might actually keep me on task. I know, fat chance, but a girl can dream, right? So instead of dragging out all of my snacks, I'm just going to go through my list of snacks and I will add the pictures in post. And early morning editing Danielle can just be mad at us. So let's talk about, I think I have 10, my top 10 list of snacks that are under 3 points that'll help like fill us up and keep us on track on our diet, eating plan, whatever. So, and like I said, I really have gotten away from tracking a lot of stuff, but I need to get back, like get my head back in the game. And I've been on Weight Watchers for so long that this is just the way that my brain works. So let's talk about some snacks. Of course, my number one all-time favorite, easiest snack is air popped or microwave popcorn. Now on the Healthy app, or was it I Track Bites, I Count Bites, whatever it used to be called, the Healthy app gives points to popcorn, but to me, it's worth it. I don't care because the points are not points, bites. Popcorn has bites over on the Healthy app, but you get so much popcorn for the bites that it counts. It's worth it to me. And popcorn is a whole grain, so it's healthy, it's filling, it's delicious, and I love popcorn. So like even back when it counted for points on Weight Watchers, and even though it counts for bites on the Healthy app, it's still well worth it for me. So hang on, let me show you. I know I'm trying to stay on task, but let me show you my popcorn bowl. I will legit fill this thing slap full of air popped popcorn and eat, like sit on the couch eating air popped popcorn, like this whole bowl full of not air popped, microwave popcorn. Whole thing all the way full, reading books, petting dogs, and eating popcorn, and be just happy as a lark. So popcorn is my number one go-to snack. Number two, which I'm actually going to eat as soon as we get off of here, is eggs. Most any kind of eggs I think are a good idea. Boiled eggs is what I'm fixing to eat, and the only reason that I didn't eat them before we talked is because y'all, and I mentioned this in a past video, boiled eggs often give me the hiccups, and I don't know if it's because I eat them so fast, because I do, like I cut them in half and eat like half an egg in one bite. I know that's not cute, but there's nobody around here judging me for it, so I don't care. But I don't know if it's because I eat them too fast, or I think it's just because they're so cold, and when that hits my diaphragm, it goes, and anyway, so I keep falling, like I'm wearing tennis shoes that I keep sliding my feet out of, and I'm falling off my own shoes. But anyway, so boiled eggs, 0 points, 0 bites, 0 anything. They're high in protein, and they are a fabulous snack. Another great like egg-based snack, which I will often do, is a fried egg sandwich. So, y'all, I'm struggling. Sorry. So I will fry like 2 or 3 eggs, depending on how hungry I am, and make a sandwich with that Sara Lee Delightful bread, which is 1 point per slice of bread. Sometimes I'll throw some fat-free, like shredded fat-free cheddar cheese or some turkey in there, just depending on how hungry I am. And the turkey, if you do, I think it's 1 point for an ounce of turkey. So obviously if you add the turkey, count the points. But even that still keeps us under my 3-point snack, like threshold that I've set for myself. So, but I think that's a great, I mean, and is a sandwich a snack? I don't know. It depends on who you ask, depends on how hungry you are, and depends on what your goal is. I'm not above eating a sandwich for a snack if I'm hungry and it keeps me in line. Yes, I will do it. Scramble some eggs. I'll do that. Y'all, I don't care. I do not care if it keeps me on track, like keeps me on task. I will 100% do it. So scramble you some eggs. And of course it depends on, like I'll say your lifestyle. It's not really a lifestyle thing, but like what your day looks like. Like if you're working in an office, obviously you can't be like whipping up some scrambled eggs in the middle of a meeting or something, but I work from home, so I can easily scramble myself 2 or 3 eggs, again, depending on how hungry I am, in the middle of the day, like between lunch and dinner, or generally not between, well, so I eat like 3 breakfasts. So there's really no time between breakfast and lunch for me because I just space breakfast out all through the morning. But anyway, eggs are a great snack. Greek yogurt and cottage cheese. So Greek yogurt, I will eat Greek yogurt, like thaw some frozen fruit, mix it in with my Greek yogurt and eat a big old bowl of that. It's lots of protein and it's filling. It's 0 points. And if you do frozen fruit, it can be pretty cheap, like obviously depending on the frozen fruit that you buy. And if you get the big tubs of non-fat plain Greek yogurt, like I get it, well, I say I get it, either I get it or the intern will get it for me from like Sam's or Costco. Those are pretty cheap. So non-fat plain Greek yogurt, I do that with frozen fruit, or I'll do cottage cheese with that canned, no sugar added fruit. I don't like canned fruit with Greek yogurt. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know why. It makes no sense. I know, but I like my canned, no sugar added fruit with my cottage cheese. While we're doing the like cheese and fruit thing, what about string cheese? So you can get those like sticks of string cheese that are 1 point with, do you like string cheese with an apple? And if you're really hungry, throw some turkey in there, or like chicken or something, some kind of other protein. That's a fabulous snack. And just be careful, of course, with the points with the meat. Like lunch meat turkey sometimes will have some points, unless you get like the good, just plain sliced turkey breast you can get at the deli. So that's, of course, going to be 0 points. But if you do a stick of string cheese, an ounce of turkey, that's 2 points right there. And then the apple, 0 points. So we're still under our 3 points. You can do that. You can do that apple, or really like apples, carrots, bananas, anything with some PB2. Now, I have to be super careful because y'all know I am a monster when it comes to peanut butter. And sometimes, like if I start eating PB2, like that's a gateway peanut butter for me. It makes me just want extra crunchy Skippy or Peter Pan peanut butter. So I have to be careful if I'm eating PB2. It's gonna make me want to eat real peanut butter. But if you're an actual human and not like a deranged lunatic like me, and you can eat PB2 and not gateway yourself into real peanut butter, do that with your fruit. Like I said, peanut butter and bananas, so good. Peanut butter and apple. Y'all, just talking about peanut butters is peanut butters. What? The peanut butters? No. Just talking about peanut butter is making my mouth water. But peanut butter and carrots, peanut butter and celery, oh, so good. Such a great snack. Hummus. I can do the hummus. Now, our homemade hummus, the way that we make it is 0 points, 0 bites, 0 anythings. So y'all know I have to keep what I call like a regular hummus, but it's not plain hummus. I do either a sun-dried tomato hummus or roasted red bell pepper hummus that I can dip veggies in. So I do that. I dip, generally it's those like carrot chips. So I'll dip carrot chips in my 0 point ranch dip and my hummus. That's a great snack, 0 points. Or I make a chocolate hummus that will make you want to slap your mama. It's so good. So chocolate hummus, and y'all, I will throw that on many things. Generally, I do chocolate hummus with banana or chocolate hummus with apple, but I've been known to take some chocolate hummus and, honest to God, slap it on a graham cracker. So good. And because it's 0 points, graham crackers have points. They are not on my list. This is not one of my recommended under 3 point snacks, but because the hummus is 0 points, the chocolate hummus, I mean, both of my hummi are 0 points. But so you can put the chocolate hummus on like a graham cracker or something, and it's going to get you some points, but it's still it's way less than a lot of the things that I want to put on a graham cracker. So I will do either a roasted red bell pepper or sun-dried tomato hummus or chocolate hummus. I keep both of those in the fridge to dip stuff in, and that's a little bit of protein, because we didn't talk about this at all. Protein in a snack helps level out your blood sugar and helps keep you satiated longer. So try to get protein in your snacks as often as possible. I don't do this, but lots of people talk about rice cakes. So you can do like rice cakes with that Laughing Cow, those little like Laughing Cow cheese wedges. And y'all, those come in tons of flavors. So you can do like some Laughing Cow cheese on a rice cake. for a snack. There are lots of different meat things you can do. You can do turkey pepperoni. I think, haven't we tried meat sticks? I think I was gonna do a meat stick thing and get the intern to try them with us. Maybe we should do that. He's a big like processed meat fan. So like if he'll like, cause there are meat sticks you can get that are like lower in, I mean, we ain't snapping into no Slim Jims, but there are meat sticks on the market that are more lean. So they're lower in points. So those you can keep around if you need like a quick protein boost and you don't have time for like boiled eggs or like all the stuff. You can snap into a low point meat stick. Yeah, that doesn't work. But anyway, there are lower point meat sticks you can keep around. Or if you're in a situation where you can like keep things, I was going to say keep your meat cool, but I know somebody is going to have something to say about that. But like, again, because I'm home all day, I keep grilled chicken. Like I make grilled, they're not really grilled, they're air fried chicken fingers in the air fryer. Just cut up some chicken breasts into strips, season them, put them in the air fryer basket, stick them in the air fryer for about 7.5 minutes on one side, flip them over about 4 or 5 minutes on the other side, and stick them in the fridge and snack on those. So I'll keep air fried chicken fingers in the fridge to snack on, or imitation crab meat is, now the chicken is 0 points. Imitation crab meat is generally 1 point per ounce, but y'all, if you're gonna do that, check and make sure, because depending on the stuff that's in the, I'm air quoting crab meat, because it's surimi, right? It's fish. But whatever it is that they mix in with it, depending on the mix-ins, sometimes it can be different point values. But I love me some imitation crab meat. And sometimes, y'all, I'll get the imitation crab legs, which is just fish that's like formed into a stick to pretend to be a crab leg. I know, I am just low country, but anyway, it don't matter, it's delicious. And it's low points and it keeps me out of trouble. So just think about different kinds of meat. Also meatballs, right? That is 100% the reason that I make those meatballs, either turkey meatballs. Turkey meatballs are, well, okay, it's 1 point for a bunch of them. So really I count it as 0 points, because when I make those meatballs, it's 1 point for the breadcrumbs, but those breadcrumbs go in all the meatballs. So that when you break it down by like, 4 or 5 servings, it's 0 points. So you can do turkey meatballs, you can do lean hamburger meatballs, you can do chicken meatballs. Why do I sound like Forrest Gump talking about meatballs? Anyway, keep them in the fridge and either just throw them in the microwave for, 5-6 seconds to knock the chill off. Or y'all, I'm not even gonna lie, if I'm in a hurry, I will grab a turkey meatball and throw it straight down my gullet, straight out of the fridge, cold. I don't even care, because there's no fat to them. So to me, it's that congealed fat that's gross. So think about what kind of meat you can keep around to snack on to keep you out of trouble. Of course, my beloved Built bars. Generally, Built bars are 3 points now. I don't know what they're doing over at Built. I'm so afraid that they're phasing out the Built bars, because they've gone like way down in the flavors. I haven't looked in a while, but they have been going way down in the flavors of the Built bars that are available. And all that's been available is the puffs. Like the puffs are available, but not the bars. I don't know if they're just changing the packaging. That's kind of what I'm praying for. But the Built puffs, which are like the mushy ones, they're the puffy ones. Those are a little bit higher in points, but generally Built bars are 3 points each. They're protein bars. They're high in protein. They're a little like chewy and weird, but they're chocolate. Like it's real chocolate and it's protein. And to me, they're delicious. And I can get over the like weirdness. I just eat them with an apple. It kind of cuts through the weirdness. So look and see what kind of protein bars you can find. I know that Sam's Club and Costco have some protein bars, but those are like 5 points each. And again, y'all, 5 points for a whole like big old like candy bar sized protein bar is really not bad, unless you're spoiled by eating Built bars that are 3 points each. But even if it's a 5 point protein bar, stick it with some fruit, get filled up on that, and it's worth it for the 5 points. So that's my whole list, except for fruit dip. And guess what? We finna make us some fruit dip. So I do want to get this done. Y'all hear my voice is we are not doing well over here. So I tell you what, let me get set up, and I want to make a fruit dip that we've made it before. And this is fat-free Greek yogurt with some low-fat Cool Whip and just different flavors of Jell-O. Like you flavor it with 0 sugar added Jell-O, and the only, like there's a little bit of calories in the Jell-O, but the points that you get are from the Cool Whip. So when I calculated it, it came out to like 2 points for half a cup of this stuff. So, and again, the points are from the Cool Whip. So I tell you what, let me get set up and I'll be back and we'll talk about this thing. All right, so here's the plan. Maybe a good plan, maybe not such a great plan, but it's a plan and we're gonna execute it and just see how it goes. So the recipe calls for, did I already tell y'all this? It's non-fat plain Greek yogurt with, so you mix that with your sugar-free Jell-O, and then, Jell-O pudding, sugar-free pudding mix. And then mix it, and then once it's all mixed up good, you fold in your fat-free Cool Whip. So here's what I'm thinking, is the fat-free Cool Whip, I've said it like 7 times, is where all the points come from. So I'm thinking that if we whip the yogurt first and get a bunch of air incorporated into the yogurt and get it light before we mix in the pudding mix, then we can mix in less Cool Whip, because the idea is to make it like fruit dippy, right? So we get the yogurt nice before we mix in the pudding so that we can put in less Cool Whip and have fewer points. I don't know. Let's see. So I'm gonna, I know, might be nice, might be awful. We're gonna see. So let's start. And look, y'all, I'm using my actual mixer. I'm not even using my food processor like I usually do. I'm being fancy today. So let's start. Ew, that's gross. Let's start with just a bunch of yogurt. And I've actually used my food processor to make my fat-free ranch dip when I was making hummus. And whipping the yogurt is all right. Like, it doesn't turn it into cottage cheese or something weird. So if y'all are like, what happens when you whip yogurt? That. All right, hang on. So let's do this. I'm gonna whip this. I'll be back. I mean, it's kind of looking like it's doing something. Y'all know I can't leave well enough alone. I'm gonna add a little bit. I'm gonna not just pour this straight in there. I'm gonna add just a little bit of silk almond milk. That is actually looking not light, but lighter. I'm gonna let it go just a little longer, and then we're gonna make something. I think that almond milk might actually be doing something. All right. Now it doesn't look delicious. I'm not gonna lie, like it's still plain Greek yogurt, but it's a little bit lighter. Ooh, yeah, no, that's not, whew, that is not delicious at all. Why did y'all let me taste that? Okay, so now I'm going to, yeah, hang on. All right, so now let's take some of this. Oh, that's way nicer. Do y'all see that? You probably can't see it because it's so white in such a white bowl. But it is significantly lighter. And now let's do, I have 3 flavors. I have cheesecake. Can y'all see that at all? I have cheesecake, vanilla, and chocolate. Chocolate fudge. Let's start with the chocolate fudge, because why wouldn't you? I don't know if I'm going to do all 3 of these. All right, let's whisk this a bit. I should have gone ahead and cut up a fruit. What should we dip in this? Should we do an apple or a banana? Let's do a banana. A little more chocolate. Okay, that's a lot more chocolate. I haven't measured anything up until now, but I'm gonna measure the Cool Whip because I know the Cool Whip's the only thing with any points in it. So let me throw that in there, and I'm not gonna whisk it anymore. Oops. Now I am going to fold gently. So that's 2 tablespoons. See if we can get away with just that much Cool Whip. Y'all, we might be onto something here. And really, if it's not sweet enough, we could add some monk fruit sweetener to it if we wanted to. Because I think that's part of the idea of the Cool Whip as well, is the sweetness. But yeah, I'm all right with that. You know what, let's do an apple. Hang on, let me cut up an apple and I'll be back. All right, let's see. My plan, my sort of revamped plan when I realized that I need to go ahead and do this because I was not feeling well, was to put this thing together and then put it in the fridge, let it chill while I go take a shower and do some running about to give it time to chill, and then do a taste test. But we might just go, well, let's see how it is now. And if it's not good, then we might put it in the fridge and give it time to cool and see if it's better colder. But this might be good. We might be onto something here. All right. So there is chocolate fruit dip on an apple. That's not bad. It's a little bit weird and a little bit good. I wasn't going to, but let's try another flavor. Let's try, oh heck, let's try cheesecake. All right, I spared y'all the step-by-step of the cheesecake, but it's the same thing. And there's the end product, so let's try this one. There is the cheesecake flavored dip on an apple. That's less weird, that's just good. Still a little weird. But I mean, it's pudding flavored fruit dip. That's definitely passable. I'm gonna try it on a banana, hang on. There's the chocolate on a banana. That's good. That's definitely good. I'm gonna go with that. And I think whipping the Greek yogurt before you mix in the Cool Whip to get some air into it so that you don't have to use as much Cool Whip, I think that's a way to go too. So y'all, I think I'm gonna call that a win for our snack ideas under 3 points. What was that? Number 10 or 11 was our fruit dip made with non-fat plain Greek yogurt and reduced fat Cool Whip. I'm gonna call that a win. And y'all, that is it. So let us know in the comments. I know there are plenty more delicious snacks out there that folks keep on hand to keep them on track when they want to snack. Let us know in the comments, what are your favorites? Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you made it this far, we are most definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos over here at the beginning of every week, with some book videos over on FtDanielleReads sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.